National Guard utilizing the VA loan, is it possible? It certainly is. Now, sometimes we get that question because some guys who have served in the National Guard assume that since most National Guard units are run by the state, hence it's the National Guard, state entity run groups, they think they cannot utilize a VA loan because it's talked so much about being used by active duty members and veterans of the regular active service, but it certainly can be used by National Guard members. Now, here's the deal. The requirements for being able to use it as a National Guard member have changed over time. So what are they today? The essential part is that you've served at least 90 days of active duty service. That's it. You might hear the old adage of 6 years and such. That's because when you add up all the trainings and everything, 6 years is usually a good safe bet that if you've done at least 6 years in National Guard, then you're most likely going to qualify. But the other deal is that if you've just served at least 90 days of active duty service, then it'll work. So if you join the National Guard and you've deployed and it's been at least 90 days on that active duty service, you qualify. And then as of 2020, there was a new big change. It used to be that you had to have Title 10 orders. So those active duty orders, if you were going to go on service within the National Guard. Title 32, which is generally funded by states, did not necessarily count. However, in 2020, it changed to where Title 32 and Title 10 can both count for National Guard members. So I always want you to know, if you're in the National Guard right now or have someone serving in the National Guard, know that their eligibility to utilize a VA loan is probably very possible. So if you've just been able to serve that 90 days active duty service, and the thing is, even if it's Title 32 orders that you've been on, those can add up and work. There's one little caveat there, we got to worry about that Title 32 work being with 30-day consecutive orders to it, but it happens if guys have that deployment either stateside or somewhere else, so please reach out to us and we can help calculate that out. Now there's two major forms that folks need after they've gotten out of the National Guard if they want to try to get their VA loan, and that is the NGB 22 and NGB 23 form. Now the 22 really just tells us, hey, how did they discharge? And then a 23 helps clarify the active duty service and that time. So if you are in the National Guard, just know that NGB 22 and 23 form are very important for us to be able to calculate everything out. The other thing though too is really if your COE is clear, that's your certificate of eligibility with the VA, then we don't have to worry about a whole lot anyways. That'll show us right on the spot if you have eligibility. If it doesn't, then we'll work to try to clarify to see if we can get it for you. We've worked with National Guard members before where we just get the right documentation, send it in the VA. Sometimes there's a little bit back and forth on clarification for stuff, but we can get things cleared. So just know this, you're in the National Guard, you generally have access to that VA loan if we just hit those basic requirements, and it's a little more open than what a lot of folks assume. My name's Evan Kaufman, your VA loan originator. The whole goal of this is to help you go out there and win a home with a VA loan. Take care.